and consistently attacks the questioners. So I think in one respect, she's doing exactly what her boss wants. I think second thing she's doing well is she's speaking only to the base. Trump is only governing for the people who voted for him. He doesn't care about the rest of us. He only cares about those people, his people. But the problem comes with the third, which is she does politically have some responsibility to try to speak to the rest of the country. He can't win with 38% of the vote next time. And secondly, there is a civic obligation here to get up there and tell the truth and to be forthcoming where you can. And on that, I think she's failing. And I don't say that lightly. It's the first time I've ever publicly criticized another former press secretary or another current press secretary. But I think what's happening there is corroding the entire system. It's not all her fault, but she's playing her part in it.
Sean Spicer got beaten like a piñata, and often for good reason. And I mention that because for context of the notion that Sarah Sanders is getting unfair criticism. Do you think that she is being treated unfairly, and that if it were a guy in there, it wouldn't? That's why I bring up Spicer, because he certainly got beat around as much and more than she is.
Yeah, I think it's a kind of fascinating side question because she is aggressive. I think she goes after reporters. She goes after political opponents in a very direct, very aggressive way, and that makes a lot of men uncomfortable. And it is an interesting question. I'm not sure I know what the answer is. It may be unfair.
I think you have to look at how she's criticized. If it's for what she says, it's one thing. But when, like, Saturday Night Live, and I know a lot of people are enjoying it right now, when they went after how she looked, what she eats, how she dressed, that was dirty pool. Yeah. So I think it's about how you're criticized.
No, and I think anything that has to do with personal life, appearance, all of those things are out of bounds and should not be criticized. And I don't think someone should be criticized for being aggressive if it's truthful. And I don't know that they're particularly truthful. But I think it is a fair point that when a woman gets aggressive, they are held to a different standard than, say, Sean Spicer was, as I was, because I was often